What's up, nerds? So I know I'm late on this episode, but it's the holidays and I got time to spend with my family, so I'm taking advantage of it. I did a post on it and everything. But I just with the holiday season, videos are definitely be coming out a little bit later just because I don't get to spend that much time with my kiddos. And I when I do, I take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this episode of Skeleton Crew, it was not good. I did not like this episode, but at the same time, I liked it better than the last episode. The thing that I liked about this episode was I like the booby traps when they're going through the caves, and I'll talk about that more when I get into this. But I didn't like, I'm sorry. These kids are just not good actors. And I don't care about any of that's the thing. I saw somebody say that this show, apathy has hit in with this show, which is worse than people hating on it because no one cares. I don't care about this show. I watch it, and as I'm watching it, I'm all like, okay, like this is fine. But it's not good. Like that's the thing. Like I don't think it's absolute dog shit, but it's not good. It's not good. I mean, but if you like it, by all means, have at it. Like I always tell people all the time, if you like it, I'm jealous because as growing up with Star Wars, I want to love Star Wars, but I can't watch something, especially this. I'm sorry. Star Wars has been ruined. They keep putting crappy show after crappy show after crappy show out that I have no faith in this show. So I went in thinking I was going to not like it. And Star Wars did this, not me. I didn't do this. I gave them chance after chance, okay? And I'm not going to be like Tina Turner and be like, and just roll over and be like, hit me again, Ike, and put some stank on it. No, I'm going to be rolling down the river. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But this episode, okay, back to this episode. I did like the kind of Indiana Jones feel when they were going through all those booby traps. But I still didn't like the episode. I thought until we got to that portion of the program, I thought it was really bad. It was stupid. It was bad. I just didn't like it. So let me get into this breakdown because I've talked too much and I will share the rest of my thoughts as we go on. All right, here we go. So on at Atten, right? The parents are desperately trying to send a message beyond their barrier, but they are stopped. Okay. And Farah, she admits to Wendell that they have to go behind the supervisor's back. So I didn't care for this portion of the program because I don't care about these parents and everything. I honestly don't I don't know how it is on this planet, this treasure planet, but they are just straight up just like, in my opinion, not doing enough to find their children. They're which, by the way, the supervisor, I have no idea who it is. A small piece of me thinks, I'll tell you at the end when I think it is. But I just and Wendell, he's like, show me your hands, the robot, and he's like a child. It was so stupid. Wendell is like a total pussy. Like, I'm just like, what kind of a father are you? No wonder Wimp is a wimp, because he's got you as someone to look up to, and you are not someone to look up to. You are just like straight up, you pussy boy goes splat and everything. So yeah. And then Farah, she's all like, we have to go behind the back. And I'm all like, yeah, you guys should have been doing this beforehand. At least the elephant lady, Max Rebo's mom, I don't remember his name. Neil. I like Neil. But Neil was barely in this episode. But yeah, so there's that. All right. So anyways, moving on. The crew, they managed to restrain Smee after the last episode and alter his programming so that he doesn't attack them when he wakes up. And when he does wake up, he reveals that the hidden treasure belonged to the famed pirate Tak Renard, which is meaning that the ship that they are on right now is the Onyx Cinder. Ooh. And Smee agrees to take them to his hidden base, which has since been turned into a luxury planet called La Nupa. So, okay, so they wake up Smee, right? And he's all like, "Arr, the captain." And he's like, "I'm not gonna hurt you now." And I'm all like, "Yeah, like we're supposed to believe you, psycho." But then they find out that Tak Renard was the captain of this ship, which is the Onyx Cinder, which is a pretty decent name. Tak Renard's not a cool name, but whatever. And then and of course, Jude Law is all like, he means this is the onyx cinder. He took whatever he wanted and he plundered and all that stuff. And his concubine, turned against him or whatnot. And that's another thing. The kids were like, what's a concubine? How can I watch this show with, this is for kids. How could I watch this show with my children when they're all like, what's a concubine? Like, I want to talk about that shit with my children. I don't think so. I don't want to have that conversation with my 6-year-old. That's ridiculous. And Star Wars has lost the plot. Full show. But so they go to, so Smee's all like, I'll take you to the planet. Okay. And because that's where Takranad, he left the coordinates to Ad-Aden. And Jude is all like, let's go there. But it's been turned into a pleasure planet. Like it's a spa and relaxation and all that crap. So Jude, he disguises the kids as elders as they arrive on the planet, right? But unfortunately, he is spotted by a former partner, Pocket, who is a freelancer, and she outs his location to Brutus. So he gets on the planet, right? And he's using their Republic credits to fake their status on this planet so they can snoop around and find the coordinates, the hidden treasure thing. And so, and Jude, it's not good. It's not good. And so she pops up and she looks like that chick from that last Star Trek movie. And she's all like, oh, you let me go. I didn't realize that. He's all like, you wouldn't turn me in, would you? She's like, oh, I don't know. And I think it's the actress from, she does the voice from Brave. It doesn't matter. I don't care. You don't care. Nobody cares. But she turns him into Werewolf Man. And which I do love Werewolf Man. I don't know. I need to see more of him. I'm very fascinated with him and his whole species and everything. Anyway, so the crew, they make their way deep into Lanupa's hidden caves and maneuver through booby traps until they find Renaud's hidden base. So back to what I was saying before. I did enjoy this portion of the program. It kind of reminded me of, like I said, Indiana Jones a little bit. It's not like I was just all like, oh my God, this is so good and everything. But I liked how they were all like, they're all decapitated. And like he immediately dropped to the floor and the kids didn't drop because they're short. And then I also liked when they got to that pool of acid and then they tried to figure out what it was that they needed to give up. And it was the credits. So they threw a credit in there and it got rid of all the pool of acid and they were able to walk through into the hidden, cave or whatnot. And I did like seeing the hologram of Captain Renaud, but that was fun and everything. And I did also like it when they were all like, when he's all like, after they closed the doors, he's all like, fill that chamber back up with the acid, and the pirates are all like, John and everything. And I'm all like, that's what your last words are going to be, is to scream out his name and everything. I'm like, oh, craziness. I wonder if Urkel died. Anyways, so they find the coordinates to Ad-Aden, right? And they learn that the treasure is a mint that creates infinite credits. And Jude suddenly, he turns on the children, right? He betrays them kind of and challenges Fern to captain. Which he urges her to yield the whole time. And after doing so, she yields. The kids make an escape, and Jude picks up a lightsaber. So what happens is they see this hologram of Captain Renaud, and they realize that on Ad-Aden has a mint that creates these infinite of these old Republic credits, right? What they've been selling, they've been giving out and everything. And he wants it. So they're all like, you're going to help us get home, right? And he gives him that look, like he wants it. And he stands up and he says, I challenge you for captain. And Fern, who, this whole time has been, acting like she's, boss, which she's not. She's like, don't do this. And I'm like, he's an adult and you are a child. She tries to fight, but she loses and everything. Long story short, she yields. Okay. And the thing is, he was having a moment with what's-his-face, Wimp, about, being on an adventure and all this stuff. Bad acting, by the way. And then, Wimp tries to pick up a lightsaber to defend her, but he picks it up and the saber part goes down towards the floor and he drops it. It's so stupid. But they end up escaping through a booby trap. They like tap on this stool and it drops them down. I wonder where they landed and everything. Who cares? And then he picks up the lightsaber and we don't see him turn it on. We just hear the lightsaber noise. So I have to be honest with you. And that's where the episode ends. I like I said before, I like the stuff where they were doing the booby trap thing, but that was like a hot minute. And then I did kind of like the lightsaber thing with him picking up a lightsaber, but I honestly don't care. I don't care if he's a Jedi. I don't care about any of that. I also don't care about AT-AT and the treasure planet stuff. I just don't care. And I think that Captain Renaud, and I think I said this before, I think he's put his memory / consciousness in a robot somehow, and he's still running AT-AT, and he's the supervisor. Do I know that for sure? No. But do I care? No. This show has, and I think that the empathy thing is so true because no one's watching this show. I'm only watching it for content. I mean, I want to say that I'm watching it because it's Star Wars, and I've been watching Star Wars since I was 9 years old. And the thing about it is they've just bastardized this entire IP to the point where I'm all like, what am I watching right now? Like, what is this? Like, if they would have started with this show, with the TV shows and everything, I'd have been like, okay, this isn't bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. But just like after they've given us so much garbage, I'm just like, I'm sorry. This is garbage also. If bad, if absolute terrible, which all the shows have been, except for Mandalorian season 1 and season 2, they were okay. They're not the best. They're not bad, but they're not the best. But if that's the bar, and this is like kind of at the bar, so that doesn't make it good. And I'm sorry, I just can't hop on board. Like the Star Wars nut huggers can. I don't care what they do with their lives. Because they've obviously sold their soul to the devil. And once the devil gets a foothold, you're lost. And Disney is and Lucasfilm is the devil now. But I don't have faith in this show. I do not think they're going to pull it out in the end at all. I just don't. But yeah. Those are my thoughts on this episode, you guys. I just it was just fine. And like I said before, empathy has set in. I don't care. And I don't think anybody else really does either about this show. Yeah, because nobody's talking about it. Nobody's watching it. But tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What was your favorite part? Who's your favorite character still? They don't give that DK, is that her name? The Geordie LaForge character. They do not give her enough time. We know nothing we really know nothing about any of these kids. The character development is bullshit. I'll tell you that right now. It went downhill real fucking quick when it came to them hopping from planet to planet, getting red herring after red herring. I'm all like, this is just nonsense. But tell me what you guys thought. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind if you're new to my channel. Please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next skeleton crew breakdown review. You guys have a good week. May the force be with you. Bye.